TMT Daily Strategy video for Friday, January 22nd. Traders, well, we are down in the pre-market. Not really too bad, but about 254 in the Dow. We're down about 30 handles in the S&P. Nasdaq down 88, and Russell down about 24. We are getting now a lot of reports of bigger lockdowns, coronavirus, and also this is the 10-year, right? We talked about how this is a great little pullback, little consolidation mode, and this is what's happening. When 5 days kind of straight, and I think now we're going to start headed. You're going to see some more price action, either some more consolidation here on the 8 day moving average, or we're going to look to either pull back or we're going to look to move forward. I think this is a great spot where the TNX can start to explode a little higher here. We looked at yesterday, we did get a little bit of weakness. Let me just pull up the spiders here so we can talk about it. Got a little bit of weakness and pretty much towards the end of the day, but spiders did eke out another all-time high. A lot of the indices did, and again, guys, again, going on my soapbox here, gap here, we got a gap here that's going to, well, that gap actually did get filled, and we're going to have two gaps way down here. Look at how far away we are from the 200-day moving average, okay? Funds will not buy the 200-day moving average. Now, you can have algos buy for the day and then sell at the end of the day. They'll do that all day long. Dark pools, they'll just basically trade in and out of positions. But when you have positions of fund managers that are actually putting money to work, they're not going to buy down here to where the 200-day is from where the price is. So just something to keep an eye on. Really, nothing has changed. We're still floating above that 21 SMA, and that's going to be the next area, 375.28. That'll be your next area of support, along with this 367.25 in the spiders. And we'll talk about a couple other things here in a moment, but let me get to the cues. Big cap tech woke up for a couple of days, and now we're here. You can see making new all-time highs. Can this be a blow-off top? Absolutely. I absolutely think it could be. We'll see if there's any selling. First of all, holds, and if we can hold, and if we can get a couple of week down days. If you noticed, since, believe it or not, since way back here, all right, back in November, we've had 2 days, right? We had 1 day, we've had one down day, we've had one down day, and we've had 2 days. Since November, we have not had consistent 2 day down moves consistently above a break below 2 days. So the pattern is 1 2 day, right? 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, and then a 2 day move lower, and then the market moves higher. So could this pattern consist that we go down 2 days down to the 21 SMA, down at the 313.99, and then move higher yet again? It absolutely can, because that's what the short-term pattern seems to be. So we're going to continue to monitor this, but if we get some really big moves lower, I like this fact that we are in an overbought state. PEs are through the roof. Now it's just a matter of time before we see this market start to pull back in again. Same thing here. IWM was kind of weak pretty much all day yesterday, but didn't manage to hold in there. Like we had a lot of movement to the downside, but the Russell at the end of the day got a little spanked at the end of the day. So you got a one down day move, still again holding above that 8 day moving average. This is a nice spot. Why do I like the 8 day? It's a Fibonacci number. Did get a couple of emails. Mark, are you using the 8? Yes, I do. I use the 8, the 21 SMA, the 50, and the 200, and it's all on a daily chart. But we don't have any patterns here, right? We haven't seen any real pattern other than a really big move up here with an uptrend channel, if you will. So this here is extremely elevated. This is absolutely due for a correction or a pullback. And pullbacks happen, then corrections form, right? So we're over elevated here. We are extended. We're looking to get a sell signal here in MACD. And we had a little bit of volume yesterday, so nothing really to write home about. 1 day does not make a trend. Just keep that in mind, okay, going forward. But here's the Russell 2000. Let's take a look at the IYT, our main leader, the transports. And internet's a little slow today. I apologize. Here is your transports. So we had 2 down days, really sideways consolidation. Still in a sideways consolidation, holding that 8 day moving average. So we're going to see we're going to break that. The break here, 227.42, will be meaningful today if we hold that break on a closing basis, and then we're going to have that 224 right up in here That's going to be that support again, right? That's gonna need to hold, and we got that 50-day just right underneath it. So this is very important index we want to keep an eye on. All right, we got the diamonds, Dow Jones ETF right down about 237 in the futures, and we're gonna see if this is gonna be if this is gonna hold because it did eke out an intraday all-time high, but we're still holding at 8 there. You can see that, and the 21 SMA is gonna be that real important support at that 306.87. Look how it held. Since we had the gap up here on 11.5, all right, we're gonna have that big gap. Remember, we want to pay attention to that gap, and we have this thin zone here. So it's like a magnet. Price action will migrate to that gap at one point. So we're down about 2. So we're going to be right back in here. Not quite close to that 200-day moving average. But we'll see what happens here in the down. Very interesting day today. And see if we can get some movement here. Here is the GLD. Take a look at GLD in gold. We got a little bit of movement to the downside in Bitcoin. So we'll take an eye on that. Gold really didn't do much. Really, again, it's like a sleeper here. We can see that it's not really moving and not really doing too much here in gold, but I do want to watch the GDX as we talked about. Okay, come on, guys. All right, here's the GDX. See, really not breaking above that 200-day moving average. Now, if we ever were to break above it and gap above that, and we get a couple of days closed above that 200, that will be a meaningful gap where I would suspect that gold will start to move higher if GDX starts to move higher as well. Remember, GDX goes first and then the metals will follow, right? Here's silver, SLV. Really like this silver, guys. I just needed to come a little bit lower. Okay. You can see that here, doing a little bit better than what gold is doing. But look at this thin zone here. This is what scares me. Any given moment, silver can rotate. And then if we get a big move in the dollar higher, which the dollar, let me show you UUP. Okay, now this is the dollar ETF, very similar in price action. This is the UUP, and I want to show you. You'll see that this here has formed and broke out of a bullish fallen wedge pattern. You can see that right up here, and then you take that line and go right down here, and we've broken out, and now we've back tested it. Now, if this starts to move higher along with rates, you're going to see the gold go up in a big way, and all the metals, and platinum looks really like a big move that we're looking to move higher as well. So paying attention, I will be paying attention to the metal markets. All right, and here is Bitcoin. Bitcoin here taking another dive lower. Just want to see, you could see that here, and we talked about this yesterday, right? How this parabolic move is not sustainable, right? It's just not sustainable. And when you have retail buying fractions of Bitcoin, okay, fractions and fractions, at one point, it's just not going to be sustainable anymore. So just to keep this on here, keep a look at this, watch this 50-day, a big break above this 50 is going to go lower. It's going to be much lower, okay? And then let's just take a look at the XLE here, okay? And we get the XLE energy, love energy. I don't like it up here. I like it a little bit lower, as well as the whole market really in general. And again, some of these long-term holds. And if you have a long-term hold in the banks, great. Know what to do with it when this market does start to roll over, because this could be a start of something big. Remember, when these lockdowns happen, and they're talking about a big lockdown here, this market will roll over again. How far and how deep is yet to be seen. We will look at it when we get some more price data. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll come back at you on Monday.